How's it going everyone, it's me, Vivi, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video. As promised by the Union Cross team over on Twitter, we did get a bit of an update on Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. They did say we would receive an update around mid-February. So yeah, we got some. First off, Dark Road won't be a separate app. It's actually going to be implemented independently within the Union Cross app. Meaning, you'll be able to access Dark Road through the Union Cross app. No, you do not have to play Union Cross to play Dark Road, hence the word I just used, independently. There's still no specific date for the release of this mobile game. It's only stated to release in 2020. All we know right now is the following. The story revolves around Young Xehanort, with headline, Uncover Xehanort's Story. It's basically backstory we're looking at. Most likely, Young Xehanort undergoing training, along with young Ericus. As for the gameplay, we have a glimpse of it. They also go on to say that the battle system will be fast-paced, relying on your reflexes. Whether or not this means the Heartless can attack you while you try to attack them is not really confirmed, but it appears they're hinting at it. If you remember, the whole Key saga began via a web browser game exclusively in Japan originally. That version of Union Cross to keep it simple for you, while it was based around a card system instead of medals. It seems the Union Cross team wanted to bring that back, albeit change up the gameplay a bit. By reflexes, they could also mean that you have to keep on attacking as much as you can before the Heartless ever gets the chance. The HUD menu on the left seems to imply the order in which players can attack. If the Heartless logo reaches the top, it's their turn to attack you. This reminds me a bit of World of Final Fantasy. You know, the enemies attacking you once they reach the top part of that line you see on the left. Hey, I could be very wrong, but that's just what I'm guessing right now. Now, from a lore perspective, we have Scala at Kylum. This seems to confirm that Young Xehanort and Ericus did in fact begin their training in Scala at Kylum. Knowing Nomura, he'll go back to this scene in Dream Drop Distance and explain the yellow eyes. Looking at this screenshot, his eyes are grey. These were, of course, the early days of Young Xehanort. Now what am I trying to say? Why am I bringing up this Dream Drop Distance cutscene? Well, this scene in Remind, he has grey eyes with his black robe. In Dream Drop Distance, he has yellow eyes, but no robe. This scene in Dream Drop Distance, well, at least to me, he looks older than his Kingdom Hearts 2 counterpart, the intro scene, while the scenes in Scala in general. And technically, if we were to compare this style of Dark Road with Kingdom Hearts 3, or the scene in Dream Drop Distance, it's very hard to compare, due to the huge difference in style. So back to Dark Road. What about the worlds they visit? Well, we got Agrabah being one of them. I'm pretty sure everyone is thrilled about that one. Now wait a minute. How do we explain the emblem Heartless? It's not Kingdom Hearts without questions being asked, correct? I feel this has something to do with conjuring future worlds, hence their training I was talking about. After all, in Kingdom Hearts 3's Secret Report, Xehanort states this: "Some days have passed since I set off on my journey to prepare for the Mark of Mastery examination. Ericus asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage, but apparently I am to be first to tour the worlds written of in the old fairy tales." Written in the old fairy tales could mean A, they're simply visiting the present state of these worlds. By present, I mean their present timeline. Or B, which I'm most likely to lean on, worlds being conjured. And this leads me to believe it has something to do with the Book of Prophecies. Or data recreation even. The Master of Masters did make sure to make data backups of worlds for the Union Cross leaders to visit. Didn't Maleficent end up in a data version of the Enchanted Dominion? Well, there you go. Data worlds could be a possibility. Now this doesn't mean that the Master of Masters was their master. Because if I'm talking about the Book of Prophecies, some of you might lean towards the Master of Masters being their master. But think back to Brain, how he received the Book of Prophecies. Young Ericus and Young Xehanort's master could be someone entirely different. Someone who stumbled upon the Book of Prophecies at a point. but eventually went in secrecy, because you know Maleficent is currently looking for the Book of Prophecies. Now on to Ericus. What can we make of it? Apparently his command translates to Darkbreak. Wait a minute, wasn't Ericus completely against darkness and Birth by Sleep? Yes, he was. So what I'd like to believe is, in the past, he was on board with using dark powers, but eventually a time came where he basically either was afraid of darkness, or he did something that caused him trauma. So that could explain why he was so against darkness compared to Xehanort in Birth by Sleep. Or you know what we could just say? Who cares? This won't get explained. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is Kingdom Hearts, right? Looking at their Keyblades, they look an awfully lot like the Master's Defender, doesn't it? Don't you think? Oh, and I forgot something. For those who are currently playing Union Cross, who have been playing for a long time at least, the more medals you have in your library, the more points you can redeem onto Kingdom Hearts Dark Road in exchange for cards. They call this the Link campaign, which will be limited. Only applicable if you already played Union Cross before the launch of Dark Road. If you play Dark Road and you haven't played Union Cross first, it's not gonna work. So Vivi, what are your thoughts on Dark Road? When it comes to the design, I can't say I'm surprised. This is, after all, made by the team that produced Union Cross. The only thing I'm not a fan of is having Xehanort's backstory tied to a mobile game. You know, important lore behind a mobile game. And the thing with this, is the global version going to remain behind when it comes to story updates? Because the thing with Union Cross currently, the Japanese version is way ahead of the global version. So with Dark Road, I'm really wondering if they're gonna change that pattern of theirs. Probably not, but who knows. Lastly, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8 are now available digitally on Xbox. 2.8 for some reason is more expensive than Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5, despite less content, while the same applies for the PS4 versions. The thing with 2.8, by the way, it got released after 1.5 plus 2.5, so I guess when it comes to the pricing, they went with that mentality, that 2.8 is newer. And any differences so far, apart from the button designs and everything, being Xbox buttons, well, the Birth by Sleep save slots got a redesign, similar to the main numbered titles. However, the PS4 version is yet to receive this update, if ever. By the way, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be available on Game Pass starting February 25th. Does Remind come bundled with Kingdom Hearts 3 on February 25th? No, Remind will still be sold separately. Now we start to wonder, is this the reason why Remind got delayed for Xbox? What do you think about that, folks? So with that being said, this is it for the video. So as usual, do your stuff, questions, your own theories, or anything like that. Leave everything in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.